Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm really hoping this works on a lot of the platforms. So, what's going on right now is I am currently streaming on multiple platforms. I am doing it for Kick, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube right now. I also have a chat going on, so I should be able to see if anybody tries saying anything in any of these platforms. This is the first stream, so I'm hoping it goes well. It's gonna be a short one too, because well, first I gotta take myself out of this. I got a drawing tablet not too long ago, and I keep forgetting to look down at it while I'm looking at the other two screens I'm so used to. Uh, but yeah, one thing's well, not one things, but the main thing I want to talk about today, uh, is gonna be the new Steam hardware stuff. Because I saw this a while ago. I wanted to hold off on actually talking about it until I discussed it with some of the other guys I know, and hopefully, we can talk into whether or not this would be a good idea, whether or not it'd be a bad idea, overall, whether or not this would be a good thing to get before I fully upgrade my computer. Because right now I'm still in the middle of all that. I am currently paying off a few things, so I am just kind of bad with my money. I'm bad with my money to the point to where I'm constantly having to watch it and everything to see when the next time I might be able to get the upgrades I need. But if the next Steam hardware, I am so blanking on the name right now. I'm gonna see it here in a moment, but when the next Steam console comes out, I'm hoping, if anything, it'll kind of push me to try and get it as well as a capture card. That way I can mainly do streams like that. Because my computer, it's good. I trust it. It's just when I try to play games such as Cyberpunk, Monster Hunter Wilds, even some other games, Stellar Blade, even. When I try to play any of those games, for some reason, well, not for some reason, my computer is bad. It's store bought. But when I play those games, my computer sounds like it's trying to go off. Like it's a plane ready to take off and everything. And it just lets out so much heat. I already have the motherboard, I already have the new CPU, I already have the new cooling system. It's just the fact that none of those things will fit into this current frame. And until I can get a new frame, as well as a new power supply, because I'm looking to upgrade that so that I know, like, I don't have to worry too much about it reaching that certain point. But once I get that, as well as possibly another storage piece for it, then I should probably be good and everything. I should probably be well off and actually just doing streams using my computer, and then maybe I can just use the new Steam console in order to just, you know, kind of just play games whenever I want. Not have to worry about turning on the entire computer just to play a video game, or being able to play the game without having my computer having to run both it as well as a website in order to keep track of certain little things. Because when I play stuff like Monster Hunter Stories, I usually like to keep track of what monsters are in what areas, and they're more than likely move, so I can keep track on what's going on. And if I'm doing that on my normal computer, it's going to be running a lot of programs. It's going to be getting a little overheated. But if I get the new Steam console, then that should actually help out quite a bit. Uh, Damn, it looks like you have to connect to Twitch. I want to go ahead and do something about that real quick. Because if it is not connecting to my Twitch, let me actually see. Yeah, for some reason it's showing offline right now. Alright, well, that's not too great. Give me one quick moment. Hopefully that does it because I'm not seeing any issues when it comes to Kick right now. But then that dropped off. And just to double check. Okay, yeah, it says I'm live. Okay. Oh, on that note, yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this.
Hey everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere.
Okay, so for a while I meant to get a Steam Deck, but one, I have large hands. I have no idea what this is gonna do with it. So there's kind of that. But then there's also I kind of want one that can run Windows. For the longest time I didn't think this could. But by what I hear, it not only can run browsers, like normal browsers and everything, but I can also try to get it to where instead of running the Lynx OS, I can download Windows and then use it like that. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with TikTok right now. But kicking YouTube still seems to be going strong. So let's go ahead and just ignore all that.
And we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one.
Yeah, the new controller looks really nice, at least compared to the old
This
one.
is the new Steam controller. The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like track.
So I'm not much of a fan of the gyro, but I can only imagine I don't really have to use it if I don't want to. Everything else on here looks really good. The dual track pads and everything, that's really going to be useful. Full-size controller. I'm guessing my large hands won't be an issue. One moment. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, just the HD haptics. I'm guessing that means like the HD rumble.
Trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put
Yeah, and that's gonna be such a game changer because for some reason, I have no idea why, but Xbox is the only one that doesn't have stick drift. And I'm guessing that's because they actually do use this kind of thumbstick technology with it. I say technology, it's probably not even like a very large technology. I don't know much about technology or uh, all that stuff. But what I do know is uh, when it came to a lot of my old PS5 controllers, as well as a lot of the old Switch controllers, yes, there was a ton of stick drift. It wasn't until I bought a custom PS5 controller that it doesn't have stick drift. I still use it to this day for a lot of other games. I've had no issues. And yeah, I've never had any issues with the Xbox controller that I use. So if this is using the same kind of technology as the normal Xbox controller, I don't think I'm gonna have any issues. And honestly, the buttons look like they're in a pretty nice layout for my hands comparison. So
Put capacitive touch
there's
sensors
that.
on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for
Oh, you're
way
feeling
too
British.
long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make
Yeah,
charging
35
wireless
hours can be a
pairing
long time.
something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam
Yeah, that
controller.
snapping is gonna be
Snap it
really
on to charge.
satisfying to hear.
Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
Steam Machine. I have that in so many of my titles, yeah, I kept forgetting about it. But yeah,
Steam
this thing
Machine
looks
is a
really
powerful
interesting.
gaming PC in a small but mighty.
And yeah, just the fact that they showed off that you can change the faceplate, that is really awesome to me, because that means you can really customize this thing. Well, not customize it, but you can really put a lot of like really awesome decals on it. And honestly, that's gonna open a lot to a lot of Etsy sellers who do a lot of how do I say, who do a lot of custom work basically for stuff like controllers, for gaming consoles, for all this kind of stuff. I have no doubt that once this thing comes out, yeah, a lot of people are gonna get their hands on it. They're gonna try to find ways to try and customize it, put it on different kind of decals and everything. And honestly, I'm gonna be amazed by what a lot of people come up with.
mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features.
Okay, so the only thing that I have against this is just the fact that there's only one display as well as HDMI ports. And to me, that's one thing, because yes, that means that I can actually play my games on the two monitors I currently have, as well as if I get another monitor, as well as using this drawing tablet that I have. Essentially, I will have 4 monitors in which I could try and do a lot more with. I can have 2 of them connect to my computer, and then at least 1 or 2 connect to this thing, and then play like that. But honestly, it seems like if it had like even 1 or maybe 2 more ports of any kind, it probably would have been just as good to try and have. But you know, that's what God, capture cards. That's what capture cards are usually for. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to wait and see what this comes out to, and then use a capture card later. But that's not too much of an issue, honestly. That's maybe one more step, but still.
Features from Steam Deck, like lightning fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand.
And I also do have a portable SSD storage piece. God, I'll be honest, it's past midnight. I've had 2, maybe 3 cups of tea today, and I have had a ton of ramen. So yeah, my mind is kind of like going, and I gotta get up early tomorrow for work. But you know, uh, so I have a portable SSD memory card, or whatever. It's 4 terabytes, if I remember correctly, 4, maybe 2. Either way, if anything, I could probably use that on this. I just kind of have to switch over a few of the games and then kind of input it into this in order to actually use. But I'd honestly be saving myself some money on that.
And your storage, and bring some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
This one I am most excited for. I have everything else on this list.
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up.
So it says lightweight. I have only ever messed with one kind of VR headset. That was back over at a place called Main Events, where they had a Star Wars thing going on. And honestly, I really hated that thing because of the wires and everything from it. But what I've heard about this is that there's no wires to be had with it. It's just simply Wi-Fi between the system and this. So already that's a huge plus. And just to kind of drop a name, Alicia X Death. I watched the video from her not too long ago, and she said she bought a, what was it? A Steam Index, something like that. It was another VR headset that Steam was promoting and everything. She said that compared to this, she wasted her money on a Steam Index. And I gotta say, that makes me so happy I did not try to buy anything like the Quests on Amazon. Because I've been thinking about it. Because I kind of want to have them for some mornings when I just want to, put a game on real quick and lay in bed and everything. Just play something. But almost every single headset that I've seen, it's always talking about how if you want to play something on your computer, you have to connect it with a wire. But this, no, this is something different. This is actually saying that you don't need that. Let me.
Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam Controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam Controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running SteamOS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a microSD card.
So yeah, all this is telling me is that I am gonna have to buy a microSD card to really help up the storage space on this thing. But at the very least, it is cool because it's own little piece. You don't actually need you don't need the Steam machine for it or anything like that. Uh, I'm guessing you still would need the new Steam controller just to get things working. I don't know how well it might pair with stuff like the PS5 controller or anything like that. But at the very least, yeah, I am thinking about getting all three of these because I want to do VR stuff. I want to get a new console system to where I can play stuff like Monster Hunter Wilds without having my computer completely freak out and the frames drop to hell. At least slightly. They've been better, but still, they drop quite a bit. But yeah, I plan to get all of this, and it just looks fantastic, honestly.
Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck, all powered by Steam, work together, and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the games you love and discover new ones. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are all shipping in early 2026. Learn more at steampowered.com/hardware.
So, yeah, honestly, all this stuff looks fantastic. I cannot wait until like it hits shelves and everything. And I know I've been seeing quite a few people go on talk about how the specs on this thing, by the way, don't that little clicking you hear, don't worry about that. That's just the drawing tablet and everything. I've been using the scroll on there because the one on my mouse is broke to where it'll go down, but sometimes, yeah, as you can see, it kind of glitches and goes up. But yeah, I've been seeing some people look at this and say like how the RAM with the 8 gigabytes GDDR6 VRAM, a lot of that isn't enough, and it may not be enough, but just real quick, let me change to here for a moment, and then go take a look at my library at something else for a little afterthought. And it has been so long since I played Monster Hunter, it's not even there. Yep, still mostly negative here. A lot of that. But a lot of that is still because of, you know, the system isn't too well when it comes to the computer. So, but here, let's see, recommended for here. Let's see, the memory for here would be 16 RAM. And obviously, it says, what was it? So yeah, 16 gigabytes worth of RAM of DDR5. So yeah, I'd say this would be kind of pushing it, but then again, it shouldn't be the only thing to really be pushing it. And I can only imagine with a lot of that, it's not mainly going to be the RAM, it's also going to be a lot of the other stuff to it that determines whether or not this will actually be good, such as the CPU, GPU, as well as, oh, of course, having on SSD would be another thing. But it also does say that it's coming out with two models. So at the very least, we know there's a difference with the models when it comes to the storage. I'm hoping, if anything, there's going to be a bit of a difference when it comes to other stuff like the RAM as well. But More likely not, as a lot of this is probably information that they already give us. Just to try and look things over, just really see what we're going to be getting ourselves into. And like I said, kind of disappointed there's only two types of display ports, but that's some that's something to live with. And then two USB-A 3.2s, two USB-A 2.0s, and then one USB-C 3.2. I think if anything, I'd be thinking that if there was a way, I might actually use this to play my movies and everything on, but no, I have no idea how well it would work. So let's see. LED strip. Yeah, 17 individual uh, colors and everything. Right, and the size, I have no idea how to read that. I'm American. It was never taught. I'm sorry, I'm reading a message here on Kick. Okay, so yeah, this is possibly the first, maybe second time I'm doing something on Kick. And yeah, just like Twitch, there's somebody out there trying to promote saying, uh, hey, we'll go ahead and promote you and everything and do this community stuff. Uh, Honestly, I'm doing this right now because I kind of want to try and find my faults in doing a lot of this. Obviously, I have a ton, but yeah, I kind of want to hold off on trying to fully promote myself until I can get out all the kinks of being a solo person. There are times where I want to do stuff in the group and everything. Right now with my PC, that's not going to really be happening, and I'm hoping with this, yeah, I'm hoping with the Steam machine, I will actually be able to do that a whole lot sooner. Where is... Okay. Reminders, it's always hard to keep track of where my mouse is. But yes, even the Steam frame, as the video said, uh, with this you'll be able to play VR as well as non-VR games, which to me, that sounds excellent. That means, again, I can literally be laying in my bed and playing whatever I want without worrying too much about the hassles. And then it's saying designed for comfort and everything. I know with Alicia, she said with the index, they made it to where like there's a comfort fit even when you wear glasses and everything. So I'm kind of hoping that if anything, she's right in saying that more likely with this, they'll also have that kind of thing. But then there's also these two things: the wireless adapter, which I was just talking about, as well as the um, O OVAD streaming. Basically, it does a higher resolution of the thing you're looking at, and everything else can drop, so that way it gives a better performance and less lag to it. Um, I'll be honest, I'm mainly looking at this because everything else, a lot of the other consoles, they're there, but honestly, I think it's a little too much. The way I see it, Steam right now, with even these three, Steam is the only thing that's really looking out for actual gamers. All the others are just completely being companies, which no, they're companies. They're going to be looking for getting more money and everything, so that way they can actually continue to run. I understand that. It's just a lot of times it feels like they don't understand that their company only got to where it was because of gamers and people who do games for hobbies and such. If we weren't a thing, yeah, more than likely those companies would not be around. I'm not trying to say like, oh, they should bend the knee or something to gamers everywhere. No. Right? Obviously, they got people they have to feed as well. They gotta try to make decisions on upping prices and everything, especially with the way that fucking Trump is running the country as a business as well. Everybody's running everything as a business, whether it should or shouldn't be. But yeah, I get it. They're completely going haywire with a lot of things, and especially with Xbox upping the prices for the consoles as well as the memberships and everything. It just seems like too much. Steam is the only place right now where you can go, you can be online with friends, and it costs you nothing. Like there is no subscription, there is no fees for it. The only thing you have to pay for is the game. That's it. And even with that, there's always like some kind of sale going on. Whether it's a monthly sale for certain games, whether it's yearly sales for certain titles and such, like Capcom, or even if it's just seasonal stuff, like how the summer sales usually are. So Steam right now seems like the only place where you can get a good console without having to worry too much about the after effects of getting the console. So yeah, honestly, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at all the stuff, the Steam frame, the Steam machine, as well as the new Steam controller. And honestly, it may not be the most perfect thing that there is out there, but it's great. It's fantastic for what it is, and that is being both a being their own kind of a PC as well as being a gaming device. That is something that you can't really get right now, especially after the fact that Xbox not only tried that once already with the Ally. I'm not going to go into the full freaking listing of the name because, I'm not going to. But not only did they try that with the Ally, and it being such a high price, but they're also trying again, and we have no idea what that's going to turn out to be. It's going to be an entire console instead of being just a handheld piece. And the way I see it, if the rumors are still going to be true, or at the very least, if they're going to do with it like how they did with the Ally, where it's like, oh yeah, you can play these certain games so long as they only have this certain kind of branding on them, so long as they have this certain type of thing to it. It no, that's not gonna be fun. If we buy something that's technically Xbox, we're gonna want to play all of the Xbox, including reverse compatible, because a lot of the games from back then are stuff that we love, stuff that we want to play again. That's why a lot of people automatically went to the Sonic Adventure on the arcade piece. And that's why even I bought a ROM version for the Simpsons game that came out like years ago. Like, I don't know, maybe 2005, something like that. I don't remember when it came out. I'm pretty sure if I boot it up, I can probably take a look. But yeah, I bought an emulator for the game and everything. It still doesn't run right, which is another reason why I was trying to upgrade my computer. But you know, if Xbox isn't gonna take the initiative and try to at least listen to a lot of the fans, try and make it more affordable, make it a lot better for people to try and get their hands on these things. Because again, I'm not gonna be one of those people and say that there should be no exclusives, because I understand having console exclusives is how you get that company bigger money. It's how you get that corporation more to it. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not gonna sit here and say that Sony is greedy. I'm not gonna sit here and say Nintendo is greedy. First of all, yeah, they kind of are with the way they are with some of their games and everything, especially Nintendo right now. I am not rooting for them in the slightest. But that aside from the fact, it is understandable that they need people to buy their certain consoles so that way they can sell these certain games. So they can get more money. That way they can keep the lights on. That way they can try to keep some of these companies that are making the games alive. And, that's great. That's fantastic, honestly. But it it doesn't help when you shut down the company that made a really good game. You know. Anyways, my small rants aside, I love what I'm seeing here. I love all that I'm seeing of these new Steam hardwares, and I would definitely be getting them, or at the very least, I will definitely be saving up for them when I see the pricing. Because, yeah, I can honestly imagine it's going to be over $1,000. What I've heard is that the Steam machine is going to be close to a pricing for like startup PCs. And if I remember correctly, mine was just over $800. I can go back on Amazon and take a look, but I'm pretty sure it was over $800, but not close to 900. So that's the controller, which honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they did it for $70. And then the Steam frame, it runs as its own thing. So who knows? That might be up to even $600 to $700, somewhere within that frame. That's me lowballing everything. For all I know, those are the lowest numbers that I can probably think of, but they are going to be far from what the actual pricing is going to be. I'm still going to be here for it though. I'm still going to be here because it looks fantastic. But enough about that. Until next time, I will see you all later.